Hey, in today's lesson, I am going to give you my top 5 tips that will help you speak English better, with more confidence, more like a native English speaker, and help you enjoy the process. Are you ready? Well then, I'm Teacher Tiffany. Let's jump right in. All right, tip number 1 is to write. Write down your favorite words and expressions. You see, writing down your favorite English words and expressions will remind you that you are smart enough to speak English. It will also help you to use the words and expressions more often. This is something that I love to do. I have tons upon tons of notebooks. Why? Because when you write something down, it helps you remember that thing or that topic that you are studying. But it also helps you realize how much you actually know. You see, as an English learner, your goal is to speak English fluently, right? But there are certain words and expressions that sometimes are harder to remember. But there are also some words and expressions that you like. Some words and expressions that the first time you heard them, you were like, ooh, yes, that is my word. You need to write down those words and expressions in your notebook. It will help you remember that you do know a lot. You just need to put them into practice, using them in real life. So remember, my first tip is to write down the words and expressions that you learn, the ones that are really interesting to you. Again, this will help you remember them later, and you'll be able to use them in real English conversations. Now, tip number 2 is also very important. Tip number 2 is record. You need to record an audio clip about your day. You see, recording an audio clip about your day will help you overcome your fear of speaking in English. It will also help you gain confidence in your speaking ability because you will be speaking about something you know well. Let me explain this. I have many students around the world, right? Many students in my academy, and the first time they heard this, the first time they heard me say, hey, one of your assignments is to record an audio clip or record a video clip of yourself, they weren't excited. I'll just be honest. Why? Because they were nervous. Because they were nervous, they knew that if they recorded a video or recorded an audio clip, that they might focus on their mistakes. That's exactly why I wanted them to record a video clip or an audio clip, because it was going to force them to let go of their nervousness. It was going to force them to get over their fears and to simply move forward. It would also help them improve their English speaking ability. And that's exactly why I'm telling you, my second tip is to record an audio clip. Now, it's very important for you to record an audio clip about your day. Think about it. You know what happens throughout the day. Maybe you go to work, maybe you're in school, maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, maybe you're a stay-at-home dad. Whatever you do throughout the day, in your brain, you have your schedule already laid out. That's very important. It means that your ideas and thoughts about your day have already been organized. All you have to do is record an audio clip describing what you did throughout the day. 2 things happen. First, you get over your fear of speaking in English. And second, you start to realize that you know more English than you thought you did. So again, tip number 2, record an audio clip about your day. Information that has already been organized in your mind, and now you're just producing it in English. And you're recording the audio clip so that you can hear it later and listen to your progress. Trust me, this tip is going to help you more than you know. Trust me. Tip number 2, record an audio clip about your day. Now, tip number 3, I love it. Tip number 3, teach someone what you know. You see, teaching someone else the English you know will actually help your English improve. It will give you more confidence in your understanding of the language and also increase your chances of using what you taught. This is something that I teach my students as well, and I want to teach you. You see, I enjoy helping you speak English, right? I enjoy teaching you these new ideas, giving you these tips, teaching you new words and expressions, but I also understand what happens in the brain when you have to teach something. You see, I am an English speaker, right? But in order for you to understand what I'm saying, in order for me to teach you the language that I speak, I have to organize my thoughts. That is why this tip number 3, is so helpful. When you have to teach someone what you already know, it causes you to organize your thoughts even more, which will affect your ability to speak English fluently. Speaking English fluently is all about your ability to organize your thoughts like a native English speaker. So when you learn something and you understand it, and then you're forced to teach that thing to someone else, you literally have to now organize your thoughts in a way that will make sense to another English learner. And as you teach that new word, that new expression, that new English idea to the individual, you'll also, again, yes, you will help yourself by organizing your thoughts more, but you'll also gain more confidence in your ability to speak English fluently. As you're teaching them, you'll realize, oh my goodness, I really do understand this word or this expression. This will help you improve your English speaking fluency. Why? Fluency is not just about grammar or words or expressions. It's really about your belief in yourself. Are you speaking with confidence, not worried about making mistakes? The more you teach other people, the more confident you will be in your ability to speak English. Makes sense, right? Now let's move on to tip number 4. Woo, these tips, hey, are gonna change your English forever. Tip number 4. Watch a real English conversation between native English speakers. You see, watching a real English conversation will actually help you learn more natural English words and expressions. It will also help you learn how to communicate your ideas more clearly in English. This is something that I say all the time to my students, and I'm saying it over and over again to you as well. You have to study native English speakers, specifically the conversations that native English speakers have between each other. So again, tip number 4 is watch. Now, why did I say watch instead of listen? Because something happens. Now, you can listen to conversations, put your headphones in, and yes, you'll understand and you'll learn a lot. But when you have to watch two individuals interact with each other, you see the body language. You get a better understanding of when they use certain expressions, when they use certain words, what happened during the conversation, their body language, their facial expressions to lead them to use certain words. It will help you learn faster. We are visual people. As human beings, we are constantly looking around and watching. Now, if you are an individual that unfortunately is vision impaired or you're not able to see, don't worry. You can listen to conversations as well. Don't worry, my friend. You'll still be able to learn as well, and your English will improve. But there's something that happens when you specifically listen to or watch a conversation between two native English speakers. A natural conversation. It will naturally help you improve as well. Now, my 5th tip, this tip right here is very important. Find a partner. You see, finding a partner to study English with will help you practice what you are learning. It will also help you feel more excited to speak English. This is something I love telling my students. English is fun. English should be a joy to study. You shouldn't feel pressured and down or nervous or stressed or frustrated. No, you should enjoy studying English. And part of that enjoyment comes when you study with someone else. Now, I know what you're probably thinking right now is, Tiff, I agree with you, but how in the world am I going to find a partner? Listen. There are many different ways to find partners online. There are online forums. There's Facebook. They have different Facebook groups. Many different ways for you to find a partner. Don't let your physical location stop you from finding a partner. The internet has opened so many doors. Now, again, you can join my family, our family. We have students from around the world, students that are studying together and enjoying the process. So again, you can join us. I'll put it on the screen if you'd like to join us. All you have to do is go to EnglishFluencyPlan.com and you can join us and many other individuals around the world, and you can find your partner. The link is also in the description, EnglishFluencyPlan.com. But there are many different ways to find a partner. But finding a partner, again, this is one of my favorite tips, my best tips to help you speak English fluently. When you have a partner, that partner will learn from you, meaning you'll be able to, just like tip number 3, teach someone what you're learning. You'll teach your partner and your partner will teach you. And then you both will practice what you are learning. You're developing this strong friendship. You're excited to study together to improve your English. And all of a sudden, English will stop being so frustrating for you. It will stop being a burden. It will now be an enjoyment. That's my goal. To help you speak English with confidence and to enjoy the process. Think about it. At the beginning of each lesson, I always say, let's jump right in. Why? Because I love teaching you English. I love helping you fall in love with this language. So don't forget my tips. Again, tip number 1, write down your favorite words and expressions. Tip number 2, record an audio clip about your day. Tip number 3, teach someone what you know. Tip number 4, watch a real conversation, a real English conversation between native English speakers. And tip number 5, find a partner. And these things will help you speak English better. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Remember to always study English, speak English, and enjoy the process. And I'll talk to you in the next lesson. You still there? You know what time it is. It's story time. Hey, I said it's story time. All right. Today, I want to tell you a story about my niece. Now, this is my youngest niece. She is currently 6 years old. But this story happened when she was almost 2 years old. No, she was about 18 months old. Yes, 18 months old. She was very young. So my mom used to babysit my niece, right? My sister would go to work, brother-in-law would go to work, and my other niece would go to school. So my sister asked my mom to watch my niece. And at that time, I was still living with my parents. So I was there every day. So in the early years of my niece's life, she saw me every single morning of each weekday. She would come to my parents' house, and the first thing she would do was run upstairs, knock on my door and say, "TT." She'd come in, I'd give her a huge hug, we'd talk for a few minutes, and then she'd go back downstairs with my mom, and I'd see her again at lunchtime or a few times throughout the day. But this was her routine. Every morning she would come up, her little legs coming up the stairs. So we developed this really close bond when she was very young. So I have a bond with all of my nieces, and one thing about my youngest niece is she's always happy. She's always very talkative. So one day I came home. I had stepped out for a moment to get something to eat. And I came back home and my mom was doing something in the kitchen and my niece was just kind of walking around. So of course, as soon as I walked in the door, she said, "TT!" And I picked her up, hugged her, and I kissed her. Now, my mom had the radio on. And one of my favorite songs all of a sudden came on the radio. Now, you know that I love food. You know that I love cooking. But I also love music, and I love moving to music. So the song came on, and I said, oh yeah, it's a Christian song I really love, but it has a really nice beat. When I get to you. So like the beat was playing, and I could hear it, and I just started moving to the beat. So I went to the living room and I started dancing. Again, something I just naturally do. I started dancing around the room. My parents loved dancing around the house. So growing up, my sister and I, we always saw my parents dancing around, very happy. So I was dancing to the song, again, not even paying attention to my niece. And I looked over. Remember, she's 18 months old, little small person. And I noticed that she was trying to mimic me. She was trying to copy my dance moves. And I was always snapping, kind of moving my arms like this. So I said, okay. So I saw her and I came closer. I said, okay, Munchkin. I call her Munchkin. I said, come on, Munchkin. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, she was 18 months old, little person. And so I'm doing this. Now, I remember as clear as day. She took her little arms and stuck them out. She was trying to mimic. She was trying to copy her auntie. And she started doing this because she couldn't snap. She was only 18 months old. And she started dancing with me back and forth. But she was so focused. She wanted to copy her aunt. And she was trying to follow me as the beat was going. And she was trying to mimic my facial expressions. And I'll never forget that moment. I loved it. We had fun. We were just dancing back and forth and moving to the music. But the thing that's important is my niece was watching everything I was doing. She was watching my body movements. She was watching my facial expressions. Why? Because I'm somebody she loves and she wants to be like. So let me do what my aunt is doing. Now, fast forward, she's 6 years old now. Still love to see her when I go to my sister's house. I see her, I see my other niece, and I love them to death. But she was doing something that you as an English learner also need to do. Dancing, that's not it. But if you can dance, come on, you can follow, come on. But no, she was paying attention to everything I was doing because she wanted to be like me. You as an English learner, you want to speak English fluently. Pay attention to everything that native English speakers do during conversations and in real life and watch your English improve. I hope you enjoyed this dancing story, and I hope it also inspired you to speak English more fluently. I'll talk to you in the next lesson.